again appreciate our Oga, Pharmacist Lawal, for creating time to make this meeting possible. So I want to especially thank you once again for all the audience attention you've been giving to me, for the years you have known me, and for all your assistance and your guidance. I once again appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
We thank God.
Yes, sir. By way of some few days ago, I had a phone conversation with Oga Lawal on the way forward based on our proposed partnership. And I tried to make him understand that we already know the areas where we can resource mobilize, and all what we need now is the elitist name of the CPA, Commonwealth Pharmacists Association, which we have found out to be a very important name in this our assignment we want to engage in, and it will serve as a very good platform for us to ride on in our effort towards achieving success in this project. For URCF, which is our civil society organization, we already have mapped out strategies, technicalities, and even stakeholders where we will need to approach, but we need that name. And in achieving that success, one of those things we need to do is to have a partnership agreement, which should be a basis of which is one of our documentation that we'll need in sending out our proposal to all these places. And Oga Lawal asked me some very, very good questions, which I tried to provide answers. And in answering those questions, he also suggested the need for the three of us to have a meeting to chart a way forward in this project. And some of those questions, I think I know he's going to mention them again, and based on what I have provided, maybe I know Dr. Midi will provide more light on that. And on that note, I want to say now that I want to mention some of those things because he said whatever we are going to do, we need to get in the buy-in of the NCDC. We need to work, our proposal should be in line with the National Action Plan on AMR of Nigeria. And there is already an action plan and a new one is being prepared. If we can also have access to it, we should also make sure it's in that line. And also, we also talked about URCF sending like a request letter to CPA, attention Pharmacist Lawal, because he is the in-country consultant for CPA in Nigeria, on our reasons for the request for the partnership. So these are the things we have discussed so far, and the need for us, all of us, to take a look at some of these points I've just mentioned is very, very critical, and that's why we have called for this meeting, so that we can look at it, so that we can now know how we'll take it forward from here. Thank you, sir. Sir, Oga Lawal, sir.
Thank you, Musa, for the briefing.
So I'm sorry, I have to mention your name.
No problem, let's go. I beg we are doing it.
I have to mention your name.
I think you said everything, just that there's one portion which I disagree with you.
Okay.
I don't have any authority to receive an application on behalf of a CPA, so I didn't say you should attention me. Whenever we are ready
Okay.
to do it, we can get the email to send to CPA. I know the chief executive can be addressed to you get it. So,
Okay.
but that is no problem. But the issue is that we have to get set. So,
Okay.
Dr. Medi,
Dr. Meda, are you there?
who is there?
Hello? Where's Dr. Mede?
Okay,
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
hear you.
okay. So I hope you had pharmacist Musa.
Yes, I've listened to all his comments.
And my only little observation about it.
Yes, from his initial conversation.
It's good to go into a venture with full strength as much as possible.
Yes, sir.
But who tells us we cannot do it alone? We cannot do it as a group.
Yes. Yes. We can, but it will take us more time.
Okay.
And then the scope of doing it alone will be so limited. And my reason for saying that the single most important organization with the largest landmass is the Commonwealth. And the single individual with the highest landmass globally is King Charles, because he is the head of the Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
Yes. And then the name Commonwealth speaks for itself.
Okay.
In terms of spread, in terms of strength, in terms of possession, in terms of linkages, in terms of respect, in terms of resources, human, natural, and then financial. So the name itself, it carves a niche for itself.
Yes, sir.
And there are doors already that Commonwealth has opened. So all we need to do is just to enter through those doors.
Stand on their shoulder.
Yes, exactly. So that is why Musa, when he, in his opening remarks, he said the elitist name, CPA, all that. Yes, it's an elite name because it has been to places URCF has not been. And URCF, you know, they say if you want to ride high, you ride on the eagle's wing, because eagle can go places where the legs cannot go, where the aeroplane too may not even be able to go. So I think that is the basic background. Okay. And the reason and justification behind.
So in that case,
that is one arm. On a second arm, the word collaboration. Traditionally, we look at it as just leveraging. But in the new context now, they said innovation is simply collaboration. The new name for innovation is collaboration. So
collaboration.
Yes. So URCF collaborating with CPA, I mean, brings a lot of experiences to bear rather than just three-pillar experience. So those are the justifications, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sir Dr. Mede. What I want us to also discuss further is what I want you to point out. Dr. Mede, you are listening back.
Yes, I'm here.
This question is directly to you. What I want you to point out to Oga Lawal is that by his position as the in-country consultant for CPA in Nigeria, the potentials around him that he can explore. Yes, because he is the one who will now make recommendation. Who will now make recommendation? Because I'm still highlighting on the point I make, attentioning later to Pharmacist Lawal, because when we attention him, he is the one that will not speak on behalf of URCF to CPA. I think that's my observation there. That yes, this is an organization that he knows in country, where he's the consultant to CPA, and he can make his recommendation to CPA, which CPA can adopt. I think that's my observation there. I don't know if I'm speaking right.
Your observation is right, and there's no harm in my doing that.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed out of the last statement, or part of Dr. Omidi's statement. A call interrupted.
Okay.
So, what I want to advise, number one, I want to ask, as what do you call it? URCF, has he been involved in any activity since his registered with the ministry?
Dr. are you there? He has muted himself again. Yes, sir. Why Dr. Mede will also add more to what I want to say. Yes, he has been involved in some projects. Like one of the projects we've just executed and we are still on is financial inclusion project in collaboration with Development Bank of Nigeria at the Northeast. We did that last year, and we did phase 1, phase 2. We are about going to the phase 3 when they just responded to us that we should wait for their next budgetary allocation, which we hope. Dr. Mede, are you there? I'm hearing.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so which we are expecting the third cycle to be captured in their next budget cycle. We already have an MOU with Development Bank of Nigeria on financial inclusion. Then one other project we are also on now is the MOU we had with Port Health Services, which we are currently developing a laboratory services by a private sector. We mobilize the private sector who is constructing a lab at the Port Health Services in one of the largest airports, that is Murtala Mohammed International Airport, worth over 100 million. The work is ongoing and is being taken up to the standard where ION, British Commission, can make use of it for their visa applicants. One other thing we have also done is during the last flood outbreak that cut across over 9 states, we were able to source funding from some indigenes of Kogi State living in US, where we had an integrated intervention, which involved medical, food items. We went to 2 communities in 2 local governments where we had intervention.
Yes, that's what I want to do. Because you see, when I ask the question is that when you are presenting a proposal, it's good for your would-be partner to know that you are not a novice. Apart from the human resource capability you have, that you also have some experience in handling programs. You get it? So now, Dr. Emodi.
Yes, sir.
So we're sorry, we know you just came in, you'll be trying to put something in your belly and all those things. I hope Madam is around you to prepare food, not you running to the kitchen.
Please don't worry, let's go on, sir.
Yeah, in that case, I would like to suggest, and at least I want us to also contribute. Now let us take a critical look at so many things to review. At the NAP, the National Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance.
Yeah.
At least the first one we have, that's the second one to conclude it has not been released. So we still work, and if there's going to be any change there, going to be addition based on progress made. So the 5 basic themes
Yes,
of
sir.
the plan will still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will still be there. The 5 pillars will still be there. So let us see what is going to be, because the Commonwealth Pharmacists Association, as on antimicrobial resistance, its major concern is antimicrobial stewardship.
Yes.
Making sure that institutions' capacity are built,
Yes, sir.
resources are developed, especially for pharmacists, and that institutions, health institutions, have sustainable capacity and capability to continue the work. It was one of the items we discussed at the meeting that we had today.
Yes, sir.
So I want us to look into it and also be able to bring out what is going to be our own focus.
Exactly.
And antimicrobial stewardship. When we look at the pillar on antimicrobial stewardship, is one of the 5 pillars on the AMRU. So if it is antimicrobial stewardship we want to work on, which is the main focus of the CPA, then are we got the aspect of it do we feel we can fit in?
Okay.
So that if we work on that aspect, possibly an aspect that cross across the all other sections, you get it, a kind of the main backbone. So let us look at it first. If we're able to do that, it will be included in our proposal. And then we also need to be specific on what actually we want, the kind of collaboration we want with the CPA, which can be discussed further and expanded. You get it? When we start interacting.
Yes.
So please, any addition, any input or big correction?
Okay. Thank you so much, Musa. Thank you so much, sir. Just by the way of background, before the National Action Plan came out, there was a Global Action Plan.
Yes.
And I was fortunate to be in epidemiology division then. And I was the desk officer for epidemiology on antimicrobial resistance, as well as lead and heavy metal poisoning.
Okay.
Being the desk officer, I was heavily involved on the global external and internal consultation, where opinions were being consulted to see how to quickly move AMR beyond WHO to every part of the world. And so, on the participation of the external consultation, I represented Nigeria. And all the issues that were discussed during the external consultation, borders on antimicrobial stewardship, borders on selected indicators that reflects the objective of antimicrobial resistance and monitoring, and a whole lot of others. Now, this CPA focuses on antimicrobial stewardship. What that means in clear terms is that CPA is burdened with advocacy for implementation of activities that comes under the scope of antimicrobial resistance, to provide visibility and recognize champions in the various areas of antimicrobial resistance and bring them up for clarity or for visibility. Let me just use that word. So our partnership with CPA is recognizing the role and responsibility or CPA by its formation in the area of antimicrobial resistance, stewardship. And the joint partnership will look at selecting an individual who beyond AMR is already known in some form of public advocacy. And we could narrow that individual down by this partnership to be the goodwill ambassador for antimicrobial, either stewardship or antimicrobial generally in Nigeria, which is a partnership that, that formation comes by reason of the partnership between URCF and CPA. So that is one of the listings we can focus on. In that case, the angle of antimicrobial stewardship is already given a very strong platform to run and reflect the achievements of antimicrobial resistance across the various sectors that are relevant to the management of to the control and management of antimicrobial resistance monitoring and use. On the part of URCL, because of our residual experience in antimicrobial monitoring, which I have shared a document with you, URCL will now resource mobilize for implementation of antimicrobial monitoring and use, as well as resource mobilize for advocacy arm of antimicrobial resistance monitoring use and use, yes. So that side of the resources that come through our mobilization will now be split into these two arms, majorly for advocacy, which categorically discusses antimicrobial stewardship, and then on the other arm, full implementation of antimicrobial monitoring. Over.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Go on.
Hello, thank you. We are making progress. My inquiry is just to ensure that we also show some strength when we go and begin negotiation with some CPA. So can Musa and with the support of Dr. Emedi, sorry, give us a draft?
Yes, sir.
A draft we have two drafts. We are going to work on it, my understanding. The first draft is going to be a proposal to them for collaboration. You get it?
Sir.
So that first proposal is to let them know that who we are, recognizing who they are, and feeling that the two of us can work together. You get it?
Yes, sir.
And based on that, we seek for a meeting.
Exactly.
For us to explore further.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we remain positive that there is going to be a response. And based on that, we start ahead before something to start preparing a proposal for an MOU.
Exactly.
What is going to be their role? What is going to be our role?
Exactly.
So we will be expecting so much from them in terms of technical input.
Yes, sir.
And to support us technically, the finance will be handled by us.
Yes, sir.
Because we are the ones going to seek for the fund. You get it? Well, for the funding. or the project.
Yes.
But those are things that will be discussed in detail when we sit down with the formation of an MOU. So I'm just saying that we should have it in mind that we start working on it.
Yes.
So first thing first is to write a letter to the CPA seeking for collaboration.
Yes, sir.
So Musa has offered to take that, and I think it's a good starting point.
Yes. I think if I may talk on behalf of my partner, he will give us the next 7 working days.
No problem, no problem. There's no, any as much as we should not
okay.
Go to bed and sleep. We should not be nice. It's a journey. We are just starting the journey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
And any other thing to be discussed?
Let's take the matters as they come. I think this is a good start.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So
thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you, Musa. Thank
you.
So
I appreciate you. So
our action plan within the next 7 working days, you expect a draft from us,
a draft letter to CPA.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I wish you all a very pleasant night.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you. Okay.
Sir, once again, I appreciate you, sir.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.